This has been a controversial morning for me. There has been difference of opinion within this family because I'm going to choose to upload my opinion regarding the Will Smith and the Chris Rock situation. But it's in good faith. My name is Janet. I am mother of Diego Daniel Armenta and of Juan Ulises Diaz. Hello. A cordial respect. Hello and salute to other people from Fabens, Texas. Also to us here in Fabens, Texas. To a variety of actors, of actresses, of singers, of comedians, etc. Note that the following is my opinion from my point of view, from my perspective, in a variety of ways. And I'm not sure if someone will ever agree with me, but it would be good if someone of interest will pay attention to the details. I'm not saying that what Mr. Will Smith did was okay, but I'm also not saying that what Mr. Chris Rock did was okay. Now, to the organizers and to the directors and to the people in charge of doing award ceremonies, I opinionate that if you're going to do those type of events where people go either expecting to have a good time, to receive compliments, to give compliments, to have a good time, a good day, or to receive an award, if there's going to be a bit of comedy involved, then there should be rules, because there's hundreds of categories for comedy that does not have to be offensive. It is possible to put out wonderful comedy shows without bullying, without racism, without making it feel as if someone is being attacked or targeted or pointed, and without maliciously putting someone on the spot. It is possible through comedy to do wonderful shows that don't hurt feelings or emotions of people. And with comedians, please don't misunderstand me. Hello, a good respect and a cordial salute to you as well. Comedians have a very special job, but there are situations to situations, and I opinionate that numerous comedians do push it to the limits, do take it overboard, including times when they are not on the job. And the fact is that there's categories to categories, situations to situations, and escalations to escalations. And there are situations when feelings of people can get offended, emotions. I mean, there are injustices, and there is what seems to be racism, bullying, offensive as an attack. Please analyze the following. This was an awards ceremony. An award ceremony where people go expecting to, well, possibly thinking or believing or expecting they're going to have a good time, get complimented, compliment other people, receive an award, or etc., etc., etc. But I doubt anyone attends expecting to be bullied or to be maliciously put on the spot, or expecting to be offended, or expecting to be a victim of a racial attack. There's situations to situations. And I haven't found, or not online or the family, someone that might agree with my opinion. I'm not saying that the way Mr. Will Smith responded was right. But it was, in one way, it was good that he stood up for his woman. Maybe the slap would have not been necessary, perhaps verbally, if necessary, or if the Mr. Chris Rock wasn't willing to listen any other way. Maybe it had to occur publicly in such a way, possibly without the slap. But if I would have been the one offended in such a way, I would have possibly, I don't know, maybe slapped him too. I'm not saying that it's correct, and I'm not saying that I'm an aggressor, because I'm a survivor of severe crimes, severe domestic violence, of too much tort for numerous years. And perhaps if I should have better stood up for myself, either in personal defense, physically, and in other matters, perhaps I wouldn't have been so hurt, so harmed. I mean, my sons and me and additional people were such a better family, years and years. And a way or another, authorities would always favor the aggressors hurting us, find a way or another, a way to try to incriminate me, or to try to make me feel guilty, or to try to make me feel as if I deserve to be hit, to be raped, to be assaulted, to constantly be in violence. It was horrible. I haven't healed up to this day, and there is so much harm that aggressors and racists did to me, and there wasn't justice for me. I was always either blamed or made seem as if at fault or as if deserving, when no, it was uncalled for. And I put a bit of my personal situation, because the fact that I say I would have probably slapped them too, that doesn't make me an aggressor. There's situations to situations. And please understand my opinion from my personal point of view and my personal perspective. This was an awards ceremony. It was not an exclusive late night comedian stand up comedy show. And I honestly believe it was a bit racist, a bit offensive, and as bullying. And not just that, but rights are so important, including constitutional rights and thousands of rights through hundreds and hundreds of categories. And there are numerous situations where it seems extremely suspicious, nearly or almost conspiratory, of how people, and when I say people, I'm not generalizing, I mean how specific people have pushed it to the limits and take it overboard in a way that it seems as if they were maliciously attacking the rights themselves, which I wouldn't understand why if it's to their most convenience. But how's your conscience on this? And to other comedians, please, if ever someone listens to me, please don't get offended. Please don't misunderstand me. I doubt that if it had been another comedian sitting in that chair, I doubt that comedian would have stayed quiet. Put yourself in the situations of the woman, especially comedians. I've not ever known of a comedian to just stay quiet. Comedians are usually very quick with comeback lines or in saying something, and the situation would have probably been worse or more escalated should that have been to another matching comedian. And what I say matching comedian is meaning a comedian to the level, for example, up to Mr. Chris Rock. And it's really sad. I mean, it made me feel as if racism also happens within races, within whites, within black, within browns, or from one to another, Hispanics, other ethnicities, other colors, etc., etc. But just because it's so common and just because it constantly happens, that doesn't make it right. For directors and organizers of these type of awards events, if there's gonna be the little comedy events included in this, well then there should be rules for them to do it, but without making people feel bad, because it's an exclusive awards ceremony. There's hundreds of categories for comedy. I don't think it should be something negative, nor offensive, nor bullying, nor racist, nor aggressive in that perspective. Will someone really agree to me? Or, excuse me, will someone really agree with me? I don't know. This has been a controversial topic with difference of opinion, including within and through family. But because I haven't seen, including online, anyone who might understand or who might think like me with this perspective, in defense of Mr. Will Smith, there's details that that have got to be taken in consideration. Now, I'm not saying the slap was okay, but verbally, I mean, as it is, it seemed he was having a pretty tough night. And the Mr. Chris Rock had heard it too. So why push it to the limits? So there's details to analyze, and well, there's situations to situations and circumstances to circumstances.